The spring semester rolls along, and we're here to recap the top teachers of February 2025. I'm FOX54's Kenesha Dees. We met a teacher in Madison who brings the joy from AM to PM, and another includes one who wants to open up her students' view of the world around them. Here they are.
For Cassidy Tolles,
I like it.
Learning
You're gonna cut it out?
Isn't limited to the four corners of her classroom.
We do have garden club once a week. We have a group that comes out and helps the students learn about plants and how they're made and the different things that help them grow.
That learning is here at Morris Elementary School's greenhouse. Tolles has been teaching for 7 years. This year at Morris is her first. She just started in August.
I've just always loved working with kids and just like helping them see that they can do great things and grow and just the potential that they have.
She teaches 4th grade, all subjects.
I love it. I feel great. I wake up just excited to come to work every day.
But wants to keep her students hands-on and on their toes.
I like to do a lot of like hands-on games and activities when we're doing centers. I feel like a lot of kids, if they're just sitting writing, they get bored, but I like to build games into it so they can work together.
Her principal, Dr. Tanya Smith, says Tolles' way of teaching is one that inspires.
She hit the ground running with effective instruction. She builds relationships with her students. Her classroom is engaging and inviting, and we are very pleased at the work that she's done here.
Tolles says their love for learning compels her to believe she's making an impact in education.
Just seeing the kids light up when they come to school, it makes me feel like I'm doing a good thing because they're happy to be here. I know a lot of times kids may not love coming to school, but if you show that you love it and you want them to be here, they'll want to come.
In Karen Stevenson's class,
I take kids in a small group setting and try to meet their needs individually.
It's all about math.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Stevenson taught students for 27 years, most of them in high school. But the last 4 she spent teaching middle schoolers.
I wanted something different, and I wanted a challenge, and that's what I got.
Stevenson says it's a good challenge, though.
Kind of kept me on my toes. And I like the change, to have to do new things. It just makes me dig a little deeper.
She says since taking on middle school students, she's able to address the math gap before they move on to high school.
This made me back up and dig a little deeper into the why behind some of the things I was teaching at the high school. Now I see why the kids were doing things the way they were doing and where the gaps might be from when they would get to me at high school to what maybe I could do at middle school.
Her colleague, Brad Newton, has been the principal at Decatur Middle School for as long as she's been here, and he's seen a lot.
She does an excellent job of providing individualized instruction for each of her students. She really digs into their strengths and weaknesses and helps build those strengths and bring up those weaknesses.
Stevenson says the students have a desire to learn and improve in areas where they struggle.
They've gotten better about coming to me, like if they need help for a test that's coming up, they're like, will you help us study for this?
It's moments like these that Stevenson says makes it worth getting up every morning.
I just love these kids. I do. I love to see them smile. I love to see the light bulbs go off. I love to just be there. It's the little hugs and the hi, Miss Stevenson, how are you today? It just makes it worth it.
When you meet Brianna Tanner,
hey girl,
it's more than just hello.
You know, a little hug, a little high five goes a long way.
Whether it's in the hall or the classroom.
They're definitely our kids, and we do our very best to make sure that they know that from AM all the way to the PM.
And Tanner's kiddos are...
Yes, my kinder darlings. I love them.
She gets to interact with kids of all ages. Working as an extended day teacher too, but it's something about those kinder darlings.
Everything is the most exciting thing for them. Everything is really big for them, and they're also at that foundational stage in life. You can really help them to become who they are going to be in life. You can affirm them, you can help guide them in their right way, and they also just give like the best hugs.
Tanner has been at Madison Elementary School for 4 years, and her principal, Wendy Farrow, says Tanner always exudes enthusiasm.
Just always has a smile on her face and a positive attitude, even when things may not be, going her way or having a bad day, but she's just always positive.
Here are some of Tanner's favorite things to do in her classroom.
We count, we draw, we write, but some of my favorite things really just to do is just to really talk to them and build relationships with them. And we do journals, we write letters to each other, so just keeping our community really strong is probably my favorite thing about the classroom.
Tanner admits it's not always an easy journey with her kinders.
Absolutely, it's definitely challenging some days, but I think the thing that keeps me the most motivated is knowing that I'm planting a seed every day, and Their families get to water it, and then we get to watch them grow and become who they're supposed to be. And I hope that they remember me. If anything, I hope that they always remember me.
Everyone always kind of joked like, oh, you're a history major, you're going to be a teacher.
Little did Whitney Andrews know she would later become one.
I kind of had to come to a realization that it was what I wanted to do and it was perfect for me, and I was, ready to pursue it.
Andrews teaches global studies for 8th graders. She's taught at Randolph School for 15 years, and for Andrews,
I stay pretty busy.
she's recently picked up the role of middle school dean of academic support, and when she's not keeping students on track.
We focus on peace and conflict around the world, and so we look at international relations, we look at a variety of topics from territory and boundary disputes to human rights issues.
Andrews hopes her students are able to think critically about the world around them.
Really kind of the big picture is giving them context for what's happening around the world around them, but also giving them a little bit of glimmers of hope that there are solutions to these big problems.
One of her students, Gracelyn Towns, is one of several students going to DC this year. It's a class trip, and Towns believes it's opportunities like these that expose her to the world.
It helps me understand history a lot more, and especially the history that's going on around me currently and not just in the past. And it helps you really put things into perspective a lot better.
Head of the middle school, Jennifer Ragsdale, says Andrews is a balancing act in the classroom.
She's really the perfect combination of challenging her students to be the best version of themselves and offering them the support they need to reach their potential.
And Andrews says she loves being that role model for her students.
I think you can't work in a school or a middle school unless you love what you do.
Yeah, and you can hear much more from each of our top teachers every week on Fox 54 Plus with special extended interviews. Top teacher profiles air each week on Fox 54 News on Tuesday and Sunday nights. To nominate a special educator in your child's life, visit fox54.com to learn more. I'm Kanisha Dees. Thanks for watching.